Tortilla Flat was quite a sizable encampment back then. Probably about 100 people living there or so. Some say that there are several graves both in the campground and on the hill behind Tortilla Flat. I know for sure one of them graves. Ruth and I had some great friends, Alice and Dean Bouchon. They came to Tortilla Flat just after getting married back in March of 1925. Dean was working on the road crews that took care of the Apache Trail and actually attempted to widen it in some places. Dean and Alice had it pretty good. They lived in an army tent with a wood floor and 4-foot wooden sides. If I remember correctly, it was located about midway between Rosemary and Ethel's country store and where the schoolhouse sits today. Alice had a child born tragically premature back in October of 1925. The child was named Delbert James Bouchon, and he only lived 7 hours. He was buried in a small casket made by Dean and his boss, Mr. Mitchell, and they buried him on the hill behind the restaurant at Tortilla Flat. While we was there, we lived in a box tent, but we spent most nights in the store. I had an old red hound dog. He was busy stealing food from the campers in the area, hiding his bounty under our bed. He used to hunt mountain goats and the superstitions for fresh meat. Pretty mighty tasty, if I might say. Ruth took care of the wildlife pets at Tortilla Flat as part of her job. One was a pet javelina who we kept in a cage. One night, a mountain lion got too close to the javelina and it ripped off a section of the lion's hide. Needless to say, everyone was a lot more respectful of the javelina after that. So we stayed at Tortilla Flat. I worked the stage shop for 2 years until it burned down in 1926. I abandoned my wagon and my harness there at Tortilla Flat. Didn't need them anymore. I hear they're still sitting there where I left them, right across the street from the restaurant. Maybe one day I'll go get them. We moved on to the Horse Mesa area where I helped the carpenters build the Horse Mesa Dam. Then we stayed in some cabins in the intersection of Horse Mesa Road and the Apache Trail. It was owned by a feller named Bill Davis. He worked on the dam construction by the day, and he and his wife rented out cabins and operated a small little store. I enjoyed the pleasure of working with Jack Morrison at Canyon Lake, although back then it was called Mormon Lake. Back in those days, we rented fishing boats out to tourists. There were 2 boats actually out there on Canyon Lake back then. One of them was at the first water bridge. She was called Miss America. The second boat was at the second bridge over Boulder Creek, and it was known as Geronimo. That boat was quite a sight to see. Well, I was ready to leave Arizona back in 1928, so I left my job at the dam and I moved here to Colorado. Those were some pretty good days.